Coming off the back of 2020, I learned a lot of life lessons. One of them was how much stuff we actually don't need. So in this video, I thought it'd be great to run over the things that I use on a day-to-day basis and carry with me, so that way I can remind my future self all the things that you don't need and when I'm looking at buying a new backpack, for instance. So let's see how we go and let's do it. So kicking it off with the backpack I use on a day-to-day basis. This one I've actually had for around 2 to 3 years now. This is the Peak Design Everyday Backpack, the 20 liter, and it's actually the older version. They have a newer one and it still works great. There is a few minor wear and tear things at the back. It has dividers to actually split up your bag. I love the clasp, how you don't have to use a zipper, it just clips on. It fits a 15-inch laptop and an iPad as well. And it also has waterproof zippers, and that's about it. So kicking it off with the first item out of the bag, it is my Camelback water bottle. This is the Mag Shoot lid, and it is a 0.75 ml bottle. It's okay, I do wish it was 1 liter. They do have an insulated version, which is 1 liter, which looks really nice. So that's probably the upgrade if I was to get one, but this still is an incredible water bottle. I use it definitely on a day-to-day basis. This is just a palette sticker that I stuck on there. First item, a water bottle. Second item in the bag is actually my MacBook charger. I usually leave it on the outside since I'm always needing it. I have a 14-inch laptop and it is essentially a desktop. It maybe runs on the odd occasion 20 minutes, not plugged in, but usually it dies after a few minutes. So I always need the charger, and this is the original one that it came with and it still works great. Moving to the back before we dive in, this is where I actually keep my laptop. Usually I like to keep that top part free. This is some lavender lip balm by Young Living. My mom, she gave this to me and I use it every now and then to keep my lips dry. It's a weird thing to say. Next up, my 15-inch MacBook Pro. These things are awesome. I bought this back in 2014 and it still works great today, besides the battery charging thing. I do like how it has all the ports on it. I've added some Velcro strips to add my hard drives when I need them. I edited a pilot of a show just recently on this beast, but if anything is to go, this is probably the first thing I would want to upgrade, just because it has that battery thing and it's quite heavy. Moving into the actual bag itself, I have my Pelican case. This is an SD card holder that has all my cards in it. Pro tip, I don't know who I got it off, but they said flip them around when you've used them so you know that stuff is on there and you don't want to clear them. So that's what I've done and it's great. I've also added some numbers to some, but that doesn't really help me because I totally forget which ones I've used. Moving on to what else is inside the bag. It is the Canon R6. This is what I'm shooting the top-down footage with the 35mm RF STM IS lens macro. And so yeah, I usually have that in this bag, carry it around pretty often now that I got it. I think it's really cool to have and take some photos of family and friends. But also when I'm on a job, it's just a B camera or behind the scenes camera. So I usually take it around most places. On the strap, I usually have a Peak Design leash. Diving a little deeper in the bag, I actually have my new JBL speaker. I carry around this almost daily, so I thought I'd mention it because it's awesome. And I use it for plugging into my record player. I took it to my grandparents today to play some music. So it's pretty cool, and I do like this green color. I got it for my birthday / Christmas from my sister, and it is nice. Now opening the side so you can see my actual layout. I don't actually have all the dividers in it. I think it comes with 3. I think I just left 2 in here. 1 just to give a bit more padding at the bottom of the bag, and 1 to actually split the second layer for my tech pouch, which I also got for my Christmas present from my girlfriend. And this is great because I have so many little things that just will fly around through the bag. You could use the side pouches, but it's like a two-step process. You have to undo this, and then realize that it's actually on the other side, and then open that up. But also if I don't take the backpack, sometimes just rocking this is really good. So cracking open the tech pouch, the first thing you'll see is a Xiaomi 10,000 milliamp battery bank. This charges by USB-C and outputs via a USB-A port, which is okay. But for the price, it's a great battery bank. I've used it for around 2 years now, and it's done the job. It's really slim, which is quite nice, and I just have a BBC sticker on the front. So that goes in like so. Yep. And then I also have a AI case cable. This is a braided one, and it's awesome. I use that to charge my phone when I need to, or if a client needs to charge their phone. If Bayer needs to charge her phone, which he usually does, that's in there. I have an extra C200 battery, so that way I always have extra juice for any of the cameras. And I also have 3 LPE6 batteries in the corner here, just in case. Next thing I have is a USB-C cable to USB-C-A, just so I can charge my battery bank or my camera. The R6 can also charge via USB-C, which is great. Finally, yeah, it's not too many things. I do want to put a Leatherman in there, but I'm worried that if I ever go traveling again, I'll forget about it and they'll take it off me and I'll be really upset. But the last thing in this case is a my Shure InEars. These I got on a whim. I don't know why, but these are great. I actually use them a lot. So I put a iPhone to 3.5mm jack in there just in case. These are the 315s. For church, we have some in-ear packs sometimes when we do production stuff, so I can hear whoever needs to talk to me, but also for listening to audio, these aren't bad, especially since they're so small. And for editing, these are great. They kind of block out a lot of other noise, which is cool. And I just find you look a little bit cooler having them like go down your back and flip around your ear. That's what I thought was really cool. So that pretty much wraps up everything in my tech pouch. There's not that many things in here, but I think that's okay because I have plenty of time to fill it up with more things. And that also wraps up what I have in my backpack. I would say the only last thing that I think is quite interesting is that I have a small black carabiner on the side for any time I need to clip something to my bag, but usually I forget it's even there. Just jumping in here. Another essential that I need to carry now, since it is mandatory in Australia, in Sydney, is a mask. And this one is a Clear Collective one. It was not the cheapest thing in the world, and it is slightly small, so I wouldn't recommend it, but if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments. So now onto the things that I actually carry on my person on a day-to-day. If I don't need my laptop or speaker or my headphones, usually it's just my iPhone, which is the iPhone 8 Plus. This one I probably won't be upgrading until it dies, and so far it does the job pretty well. The next thing is my Tag Heuer watch. This is an Aqua Racer. It is not an automatic, it's actually a quartz movement, but what's great about it, it's 300 meters waterproof. I've taken it to Thailand and dove with it and actually found out what this ring was actually for. And it's a great watch. I bought it for myself when I was 18 years old. I feel like I don't need another watch. I do want one, but I'll figure out a time where it's a little bit more significant, like my 18th birthday. Next up is my keys to my Rolls Royce and my mansion. This is all held together by a random keyring and my Leatherman carabiner, which I clip to my pants. This is perfect to actually tighten Manfrotto screws on tripod plates, but I wish it was slightly thinner so it could tighten pretty much every other quick release plate. At the moment, it's just perfect for the Manfrottos and a little bit too fat for every other one. I also have holding my keys, my Orbit key holder, which I used to have their multi-tool as well, but it was a little bit too flimsy and actually bent when I tightened screws, so I ditched that. But this thing works great. This one's in leather, and I believe they just released one that is also made out of cactus, which is interesting. Moving on, this is my wallet. It's made by Louis Vuitton. It has my initials in it. It's a little bit weird to kind of, I feel like I'm showing it off, but my girlfriend gave this to me for my 18th, and it's a wallet. It holds the things. It's nice. Ooh. Finally, this is not something that I carry on me every day, but it's definitely something that I keep in my car every day. This is my film camera. It's an Autoboy 2. A quick story behind this. I bought one of these when I was in primary school, and I bought it for around $2. It didn't work at the time, and then a few years later I tried putting some batteries in it and it started working. I used it for maybe 1.5 rolls until it died again. And then finally, when I went to Hong Kong or Japan, maybe 3 years ago, I decided to get another one, and it cost me around $100 this time, but it works like a charm. So if you're ever in the market for a film camera, highly recommend the Canon Autoboy. Before I leave you, I did just get one last thing to add to the collection, which is, let me open it with a key. A space pen. And I got a gift card for Christmas, and I thought I'd get a pen to start journaling this year and to just carry around to sign things and write things. So that's that. And I also picked up Dominion for my girlfriend, so that'll be fun. Cool.